Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Let's go, baby. Come on, set. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Now a handoff working right. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now Murray throwing on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. First and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And the pressure gets to him again. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
You gonna take. You got take.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
They're on 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Sturgis adds the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 7, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
From the 31, Murray. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take wins home. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
56. Check 56. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's checking.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Jackson now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He's scared.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 36 yards. Hey, pick your game up. 94 is the mark.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Lynch able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He completes it to Bryant. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and it's complete to Mitchell. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now they try the right side here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking it about the 36. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Aaron Lynch able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson going deep for Huff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, Saints nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Get you over to our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson flushed out right. He's got his tight end Fant. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Murray off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, check Mike 57. 57. Come on,
zoom.
Come on, boy.
To throw is Jackson. Gonna throw again. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Riley Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Bryant has it. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let you know right now, you better bring it.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Under 10, 10.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. It looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Mike 22, Mike 26.
From the gun, Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Rashawn Gary getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Man, that's trash.
To throw is Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. The interception woes, they just continue. Continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give running right is Love. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Be driven.
First throw now for the backup lock. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson now. And that's Elliott, complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down. 3 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Watch the safety creep.
61. Match box. Right.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Block off of play action. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 62 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Sturgis for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check it out.
Throwing is Jackson. That one complete to Elliott. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.